Okay, listen, so as you guys may have seen if you've been keeping up with this drama, Nattie Forsyth is back and has responded, which currently isn't being taken very well. There's also a segment in this video which talks directly about me and my Master Debaters episode, which Nattie actually appears in, which I'll address later in this video, but I do want to talk about the Twitter reactions and get those out of the way first, which, by the way, Twitter isn't taking it great. Nattie Forsyth, now under the name of Nasherito, has released an hour response video titled My Response to Everything. The comments on the video seem to be overly positive. Some of the stuff they mention include green Lego cats, sleep stream, schlep stuff, and more. Nattie Forsyth made a 1 hour, shut up, I don't care. They've responded 20 times and I still think they're a creep who shouldn't be around children. Their YouTube comments are also not so great. You know, we got the usual suspects like Jalen coming in saying stuff like, Nattie Forsyth touched me, but the majority of people are going pretty hard on them. Finished watching it, mid as hell. I'd rather watch Rutrix on replay than ever this again. You sat there and never directly apologized for sending Cora into a server full of minors. Congrats on wasting our time. Nattie responds saying, I'm happy to have wasted your time. Nicholas Diorio says go away. Nattie says, no, tipster but slightly more bearable. It's funnier to stay. I investigated myself and determined I am innocent. Yeah, police did too. Police don't find someone innocent, they just determine that it's not enough evidence to prosecute. Understand the law better. This video is a huge self-report. I'm not gonna read how Nattie responded, but I'm gonna let you guys fill in the blanks here. So now that we got those out of the way, I want to share my reaction to this video because I have some words. So here's the part I want to talk about. This exact segment right here started around the 43-minute mark, where they take my tweet that says, Nattie Forsyth has not logged off and is currently in my chat defending Lolly. And it's a screen cap of them in my chat saying, I was once told in countries where Lolly is legal, actual child abuse is down because they use it as an alternative that is less risky and also more convenient. I don't think it should be public at least. They tried to further elaborate on their argument here, saying this in their current video.
Oh, this is me quoting somebody because I was asked to explain an argument that they were reading between me and lolicons on Twitter.
I'm not sure where that idea came from that we were talking about some Twitter spat of yours, but at the time we were reacting to a video you had made defending the destigmatization of maps. We'll talk about that in a second. But some guy in chat said that you had once defended Lolly on Twitter. And then your response to that was to paste a defense for Lolly in the chat. You were not asked to explain anything at the time. You yourself decided to bring that up. It was never once said anything about some Twitter argument, let alone reading one like you say we are.
Because lolicons attacked me for a week straight after calling them pedophiles, and their argument was that it lowers child abuse. The lack of quotation marks in this comments makes it very easy for them to take it out of context. But the main thing that's annoying about this, that people just entirely ignored, is that messages such as me saying, yes, lolicon is a valid concern because it could encourage their attraction.
There's not a single mention of you arguing with lolicons on Twitter, and when it comes to this message that you sent, you only ever sent this chat about 10 minutes after we were finished grilling you for sending a lolly defense. You say I ignored this message, which you sent at 1 hour, 12 minutes, and 34 seconds, but you can literally see me screenshotting your message and tweeting it at minute 59 and 52 seconds, where I bring up the snipping tool to take a screenshot. So I'm gonna set the scene here for what's going on. Nattie has supposedly left the internet at this point because of the constant brigade of their weird behavior being brought up to light again. And I got sent this video on stream called Why Stigmatizing Pedophilia Only Hurts Children More. A video by Nattie Forsyth that obviously has a wild title, and I would argue the video is equally as wild on certain points. There's this certain instance in there where they compare being gay to having an attraction to kids, saying that you were chosen in the womb to be attracted to kids in the same way that it is determined that you were gay in the womb when you're born.
Now, my response to this is that people that haven't offended but unfortunately have that attraction to people that, you know, they were born with. Similar to being gay, they thought that being gay was a choice at first, but it isn't a choice. You are literally born with that attraction, and scientists' studies actually suggest that it may well be determined in the womb if you are going to be a pedophile or not.
Which they do say they disavow this in my chat, but in their more recent video, which sparked this whole discussion about it again, they say they stand by the video.
And like I said, it's still up if you want to go and watch it. I actually stand by it entirely. But again, I'm literally not apologizing for being right. Like, fuck you. You can misunderstand the video, but if I literally explain it and you still ignore it, I don't really care.
Which I would assume means the other point in this video as well, like the entire point of destigmatizing maps while saying in my chat that they still deserve to be told they're disgusting. Seems a little hypocritical, I don't know. So just so we're all on the same page here, we're watching a video of Nattie Forsyth defending the destigmatization of maps or minor attracted persons, where they make points such as being born gay is the same as being born attracted to minors, but in chat, they start retracting several of the points she made in the video. And meanwhile, while all of this is going on and Nattie is trying to disavow their points in this video, right? We are stopping chat from saying that Nattie is a lolly defender because this is a situation that really doesn't have that much to do with lolly, right? Where's the lolly point coming from?
Yeah, I don't know where people are getting that.
Guys, don't just make shit up. That hurts our point too.
Yeah, if you make shit up, that hurts everyone. And quite literally 30 seconds after we tell the chat, hey, they aren't defending lolly right now, that's not what it is, blatantly making that stuff up is hurting our argument more than anything. They send that chat message in there. We're just like, what are you doing, dude? And we all call it out. We're like, dude, why are you putting an argument in defense of lolly in the chat? And then they seem to double down saying, I had suggested it could reduce actual abuse due to the actual stats showing it does this. Sorry for that being low res, I pulled it from the stream VOD, which that's when I tweeted it out, right? This is after we had finished talking about their video, right? This is just, there is not any context to why they said this at all, other than, I guess, us addressing, hey, don't talk about Nattie defending lolly because that's not happening. And then they proceed to send a defense for lolly in the chat. Nattie follows this up by saying, yeah, that's fair. The study I've seen may not be applicable to every part of the world. Like I said, I don't stand by it anymore, and I haven't for ages. I was explaining why I once held that view. But then Nattie says that they now stand by this video destigmatizing maps in their more recent video addressing everything after disavowing it in my chat. So take that as you will. At most, I would say me tweeting it out was maybe reactionary, but that's pushing it, especially given the context or lack thereof for that message that you sent. But not a bad actor, as you seem to call me in your video. You also say the video is just like bad optics and no one understands your argument.
It was kind of like a bad optics thing, as opposed to anything actually worth worrying about. There would be people who would not watch the video and read the title and freak out and react, or there would be some people that would watch it but wouldn't be intelligent enough to actually understand the argument whatsoever.
But I'd argue it's the opposite, as we completely break down your video throughout it, refuting all of your points as we go in that stream. So trying to frame yourself as a debate lord that's just misunderstood is quite frankly kind of sad. Speaking of sad, I find it odd that despite there only being enough positive comments that you could count them on your hand, your like ratio shot up to over 200 likes overnight despite your entire comment section grilling you. Same goes for on Twitter, as pointed out by Ace Howler. It seems people really liked Nattie's response, as there are more likes than there are views on the tweet. Now the views have shot up suddenly to over 100k, but tell me how a tweet with 100k views has a solid 9 replies. 9 if you're not counting the one made by Nattie. The tweet isn't like restricted at all. Anyone can reply to it. I just think they're highly suspicious numbers, so take that as you will. Anyways, I'm done. Thank you all for watching this so far. Be sure to have your notifications on in case any other updates come out, and I'll be sure to get those videos out to you as soon as possible. Anyways, I'm out. Thank you to channel members Buster Live, Lego Fox, Enemy Girl 19, Lucian, Phoenix Ace, and AUE.